Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Tonight on IndieQuebec.com. It's the Prez and magnificent Drey Breeze back once again. How you doing, Drey?
I'm doing awesome, Prez.
Yeah, man. So there was a big weekend of wrestling pay-per-views.
It
Impact
was.
had a big pay-per-view. WWE had Backlash, which was kind of a big pay-per-view, we could say. We'll get
Yeah.
into that. We'll get into Dynamite. But yeah, first I just wanted to draw some attention to some local, Ottawa, a big show in Ottawa this Friday, and the show is called Friday the 13th. It's C4 Wrestling, live from St. Anthony's Hall, which is on St. Anthony Street, 523 St. Anthony Street in Ottawa. May 13th, Friday the 13th. Doors at 6:30. So the show's called Friday the 13th. Main event is local legend Viking, one of my favorite all-time indie Quebec wrestlers, taking on the bad boy, Joey Janela, in what is probably a hardcore match.
It's gonna
If
be sick.
that doesn't make sense, but I'm pretty sure it's a hardcore match. And I've already seen them wrestle at C4 back in the day before Joey Janela was such a big name, and they're
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. Viking was actually in some of the first GCW shows. Some people don't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But, you know, like they have a lot of hardcore. He's in like the hardcore division for sure, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So other matches on the show, Jeff Cobb taking on Junior Bonito, who is
Really? Jeff Cobb's gonna be there?
up and comer. Yeah, Jeff Cobb and Joey Janela. That's why I really wanted to make sure we highlight this show. It looks
That's a
like
packed
quite
show.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah.
The Tiger and the Wolf, which is Diamond Tiger Kobe Durst teaming with a new tag team partner, taking on Violence is Forever. Just some other matches here. We won't go over them all. We got Shane Hawk taking on James Stone. That's an old school kind of.
Yeah, cool Canadian indie guy, James Stone. No?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's been around. He was a old school IWS, NCW. He's
Yeah.
wrestled in NSPW. Yeah, him, Shane Hawk, of course. Battle War, IWS. He's even in Shikara, you know, he was in Shikara.
Yeah, he was in Shikara, yeah.
Yeah. And we got Tarek taking on McCray Martin, the hot stepper.
Love
So,
Tariq, man.
Yeah, he's one of Canada's best indeed, for sure, too. Which
He
is
really
pretty
is,
cool
yeah.
about C4. They bring in guys from the States, and then Ottawa being like centrally located between Montreal and Toronto, you can get like
A lot of guys, yeah.
yeah, they get like their pick of, and like who wouldn't want to wrestle at C4? It's such a great promotion.
It is.
I personally endorse C4. Anyone should go see that show. So yeah, Friday the 13th. I've been to road trips to C4 in the winter where it's insane, the snow on the highways. This should
Yeah.
be, even though it's called Friday the 13th, it should be a nice, smooth show. People shouldn't worry about that. So, yeah, so let's get into that pretty awesome Impact pay-per-view that was Saturday night.
Yeah.
Notable
Understand.
matches I enjoyed. Steve Macklin against Chris Sabin. Did you see that
That
one?
was good. That was good.
Yeah. I always
Yeah.
like Steve Macklin. And Chris Sabin, still awesome.
He is. Chris Sabin, and you know what's cool about Sabin is he's the producer there also. You know what I'm saying? So he's sort of like using his experience, and he doesn't always put himself over either, which
No, exactly.
pretty cool. Like he wins, but he doesn't win usually when it's a title match or anything like that. Like he's not there to put himself over young guys. I think he's just well balancing, you know what I mean, to put guys and make them look good. And Macklin looked really good in this match against him. Macklin looks good all the time. Like
Yeah,
what
this
a
guy's one of my top up and coming stars in wrestling.
really is. What a diamond in the rough, man. Like he's gonna be something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like how they're slowly building him.
Yeah,
What else happened? Ace Austin, new X Division champion.
that was a nice match too.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? I think it's only going to be a matter of time before it's Ace Austin against Mike Bailey for that X Division title.
Definitely. Yeah, that's coming next. It's gonna come up soon for sure. They're gonna put it on Bailey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We had a pretty cool match between Bullet Club and
Honor No
Honor No
More.
More. Yeah, exactly. Honor No More. I think it might the feud like this like war could continue. I could see it going like more violent.
It probably will because there's been recorded matches of other times of them facing each other in the upcoming weeks at the tapings that came
Yeah,
after the pay-per-view. So they're building this up. I don't know how high it's gonna go, when the ceiling is gonna be or whatnot, but all these guys on these rosters are there to stick around for a while, contrary to what some people seem to think. They're all contracted. So I mean, they're going to be there for at least the next 6 months. So we're going to see a
yeah.
lot of these facing offs and stuff. So
How do
yeah,
you like Phantasmo in appearing
I'm a
here?
I'm a really big fan of Riley's. Like, yeah, his name is Riley. He's from Vancouver. He's really
That's it. He's
great.
Canadian.
Yeah, he is, and he was there all summer, and then like he kind of faded off there, which I was surprised because he was there when the Bullet Club started to show up, but they weren't there as a faction, and then they're there as a faction, and he's not there. Then I was like,
Hmm.
well, that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep
Yeah.
showing up for, and I'm like, he's signed to the company. Like, why isn't he there? I guess he had an injury or something, or some
Could
bookings
have
in Japan.
been COVID weird relation
Yeah,
related.
or something like that. I don't know, but you
But
did
yeah,
you
I'd
like
like to see more of him. He shows some good charisma.
did you like the scratches, the back scratch things that they
Yeah,
did?
big back scratch spots. They all pretty much the whole team back
The
scratch.
whole team
Someone
did.
like a backflip off the top rope into a back scratch. Any kind
Yeah.
of back rake kind of
It was
thing you could
awesome.
think of.
Yeah,
Bullet
like
Club. They're very,
I got
very,
a good
very.
chuckle. It was good. It was good. That was a great match. The ending was good, like you said, it left an open angle to more. So yeah.
Yeah, like we've seen some violence, some outside brawling, but I feel like they could like up that violence a bit. And
No, they probably will. They'll
yeah,
have to end it in a way.
yeah,
And
exactly. Yeah.
and I mean the Bullet Club's not just gonna let Honor No More get a one up on them and it's over. We leave. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They
No,
can't end,
exactly.
so
Exactly.
that's definite.
Yeah, so that's cool. I like that. We have new tag team champions, the
Yo, that
Briscoe
was the match of the
brothers.
night. In my book, that was the match of the
Oh
night.
yeah.
That just because, well, the match was good because it was solid veterans in the ring. Regardless, Diener is solid.
Yeah, they
Eric
chose
Young,
to go with Diener in
yeah,
the ring.
instead of Joe Doran, which means Joe might be a little bit injured, not injured, but he might not have been 100% to go or something.
I thought
I
it might just be to like make Diener take the loss and to keep Joe Doring looking strong.
Oh, that could be a possibility also. It's like with Dorian, it wouldn't have been as easy to put over the Briscoes. You know what I mean? And
That's it.
obviously they wanted to put them over. Well, they're already over. Like, that's what I was gonna say. The energy the Briscoes bring
Oh
is
yeah.
just next level. The people go fucking bananas when they come out. Like, and we're talking how many people were there? Maybe 5,000? Top. Tops
Oh yeah.
5,000.
No, but these guys get an awesome reaction for sure.
They get a
And I
reaction.
mean, they've been around for like 20 years, the Briscoes,
Yeah.
but still doing new things. They were the GCW tag team champions, now Impact tag team champions for the first time. And I just love the fact that more people are finally getting to see the Briscoes.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, and to me, they stayed so long in Ring of Honor and gave so much of themselves to that company. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, they should have gotten exposed much more than they did at it. Well, now with the internet, I mean, everybody knows who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. But to have them on a quality television show or quality pay-per-views, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Ring of Honor, it was cool, but it's a very niche product. It's hard to find. It's hard to watch. It's not readily available compared to
exactly.
Impact, which especially in Canada, like it's on like 5 different cable channels if you have like a satellite, you know. Or,
Exactly. It's on everywhere. It's on Russian channels. They're on England channels, Indian channels. I have Indian channels on my box, and I've gotten Impact. Like, yeah, they're a month behind, but
yeah,
still,
they still got it. Yeah.
they've still got it. You know what I'm saying? And in my head, I'm just like, and people laugh about this. This fucking company is on an Indian channel right
Yeah.
now.
And
Like,
yeah, like you said, they have big following in England. They always had a strong following in England. So yeah, and then yeah, that was great. So we're gonna see more of the Briscoes in
oh yeah, and
this
they put the belt, so they're there to stay, is what I've
I could see
heard.
them
Like
maybe going against some guys from Honor No More, maybe I mean Gallows and
Gallows and Anderson.
Anderson. They're gonna want a title shot.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of good
And
teams a lot of good teams in Impact, so that should be really
so,
interesting to see what
yeah.
happens with the Briscoes.
Also, another highlight of the night, man. Mia Yim coming back to the company.
Oh yeah, surprising.
So, so I
I mean, I
expect.
was wondering where she would show up.
I thought she before Keith Lee signed with AEW. I thought she's definitely gonna go to Impact, and I thought he might go. I was like, he might decide to go to Impact just by the fact that the other Ring of Honor guys are around there. He knows them. Uh, does he want to go to AEW with so many other big
Yeah,
names? You know,
that's it.
when he could go there and be in the top 10 slot right away, top 5. You know what
That's a
I'm saying?
question like anyone has to be asking themselves at this point. Like, if you're gonna sign with AEW, you got to realize you're somewhat gonna get lost in the shuffle, no matter who you are.
Exactly. So
You know?
I thought he would show up there, but then when he showed up on AEW, in my head I was like, oh, so I guess Mia's gonna go there too.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed like a
Because I was
foregone
thinking about
conclusion.
getting a duo, you know. I'm like, oh, cool, you can get the duo because Impactors, they're really good at keeping the couples together. When they sign one, usually the other one's there, you know. So I was like, oh, they're gonna get a duo. Then nah, he signed, and I was like, oh shit, she's going there. And then she showed up, and I was like, that's surprising to me because
Yeah,
you know
that was surprising for sure.
AEW's building their women's division, so you would want to get somebody that's top talent, and she's
Yeah,
top
like she
talent.
would have been a top candidate for that Joker spot in the women's bracket of the Owen
Which
Hart.
he still might do it because Impact and AEW seem to be working together again on that, exchanging talent or whatnot. I think
Yeah,
it has to
true.
do with the whole Ring of Honor thing. So they just extended that and said, oh, why
And
not?
New Japan somewhat being wrapped up in this
Exactly.
too.
Exactly. And AAA. They're all signed with all three. So it's kind of like, okay, I guess technically we still work together, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
still might be the Joker, but she is signed to Impact. I read that she did sign a contract and she's going to be there till October.
I
So
could see her, holding that Impact Women's title. I like how they're signing people to short-term contracts. It's like we're locking it down, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's
exactly, let's
have a
not
cool
keep her.
storyline and then maybe move on. And then that's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's it. That's what they've been doing. Like I said, they seem to be. They like a 1 year, six
Yeah.
months, 1 year. If we're gonna make you a champion, 1 year. And then let's see if we've got something for you next year. What's the use of keeping you here 4 years if you're just going to be unhappy after the second year you're here and then turn around and say with a bitter experience, oh, they never did anything with me. I hate this fucking place.
Yeah.
Now it's like the people are leaving and they're leaving happy. They're like, hey, I left on good terms, man. I might go back. They ain't got nothing for me right now. I'll go do something else.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. There's a lot of options in wrestling right now. You know, the choose your own narrative. There's a NWA, then
Man, so many
COVID, the
MLW.
travel's opening back up, so wrestlers can go more international again.
Just in the United States, you could get yourself a contract with at least 6 or 7 companies that'll pay you decent money. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like to where
yeah.
you consider it your main money thing, you know? Like none of those guys on MLW, it's not their main job. It's
No,
their
there you
main.
go. Even MLW, exactly. Like there's a lot more options than there was even like 10 years ago. There's a lot more
Yeah.
options.
And they've all got TV shows because the internet has made it so hot and there's so many TV stations now. It's not like cable 25 years ago where cable was 60 channels and out of that 20 of them were movies and 15 of them were news channels. So I
That's
mean
it.
to get a TV deal you were automatically almost on a major cable network. Now there's smaller cable channels because there's so many, you
Yeah,
know, or
exactly.
on
There's more
cable TV.
options.
You could get a contract with Game, like the Game TV station, and show
Yeah.
up at 2 o'clock. Hey, it's a
Impact
TV.
actually does play on that.
You know what I'm saying? It's TV. You know, it's
No,
people
for
have.
sure. People have it, you know.
You know,
Even
so
an
it does.
example like here in Quebec, the league from Saint Jean, FML, they play actually on Frisson TV, which is
See,
like a random cable channel, but like, hey, it's TV, man.
it's TV. It's exposure.
Oh
It
yeah, it's
makes it
good.
worth. It brings them fans. It puts money in your pockets. It helps sell merch, and most of all, it helps boost the credibility and the exposure of a wrestler. There's video footage of you,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
and it's
that's
not
true.
cheap handheld, you know, oh, my friend's holding up his phone filming 3 minutes of me doing my finishing move. The actual match is recorded, you know, with a camera that's semi-professional, you know, to where, you know, it looks pretty damn good, man. And you got crowd reaction and you got everything. Then you can send it to another place and they could be like, I like this kid, man. Yo, he's good.
Yeah.
You know, so
No, for sure. The production value definitely makes a difference. So,
exactly.
so what did you think of the main event? Ishii taking on Josh Alexander.
I will say, this is what his 4th match in Impact or in North America. I think he wrestled 1 for AEW also, and I thought it was his best match
I
so
thought that
far.
their styles meshed really well.
Better, yeah. You could tell Josh Alexander's wrestled in Japan. He wrestled the hard, you know what I mean. He wrestled a solid, you know,
Yeah, they're
hard
both a strong
style.
style, you know.
Yeah, very, very, and it was good, and they meshed well, and the flow of the match was good. It was a great main event, even though it was somebody I didn't feel deserved the title shot at
Yeah.
all. But I mean, I figured, okay, why not? I mean, he's a legend, so you know.
Sometimes on Impact they give like it's you don't have to necessarily be the top guy to get a title shot. Sometimes they give
No,
a
you
title
just have
shot
to.
to like someone that it'll if it's at least an interesting match, then they'll do it, which I find
Yeah.
cool. It's like, okay, you knew Ishii was not going to win this match, but was it an interesting match to watch? Yes.
Oh, hands down. Yeah, it was. It was. It
Yeah.
really was. It was. I felt really good. I mean, he meshed a lot better than with Jonah. Him versus Jonah was not. It wasn't good in my book. And like it wasn't terrible. The two guys are great wrestlers, you know, in their own way. I just felt it was long, it was tiring. There was too many slow moments. It was dull. It took a long time to pick up. Compared to
Yeah, it was
this,
slow pace.
yeah, this was good. Like total.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander proving his,
This guy's a
you
real
know,
main eventer. He's
yeah,
really standing
yeah.
out. He's really this is like his era now,
It
basically.
really is. It really is. It really is. And Sammy Callahan is back off his
Yeah.
injury, which great. Finally, man, it's been like 8 months.
Yeah, it feels like we haven't seen Sammy Callahan for a long time. I wonder where this is all going.
I don't know. He left the company. He was on top, and they were kind of like in a transition. They lost a bunch of guys to AEW. They had a
I
lot
think
of,
he lost the title to Tessa Blanchard, I believe, right?
yeah, you know what I'm saying, who hasn't been there for a long time now. So, I mean, what are they going to do with Sammy? I mean, you can do a lot with him.
Oh yeah.
Just the fact that he's back.
He's always an interesting character. I'll say he's not one of my favorite characters, but he's had some interesting storylines. Some storylines he's done, I was like, I don't know, but yeah, he's like always interesting character for sure.
Exactly. He has his, he has his moments of being, he puts on great matches. Let's
That's
just
it.
say
He
it that.
sticks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He's,
I'll always remember him as being the space cat in PWG. He would come out with a space, no, just with a cat mask. I don't know why space. And he would his taunt was just like meow, like that.
he's a
He was
very interesting dude, eh?
very, very weird stuff he's done in his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, always very entertaining. So let's get into Backlash. I mean, I don't got too much to say about it. There was a couple good women's matches. The women delivered here. One thing a major problem. A lot of people I think were really looking forward to Edge versus AJ at WrestleMania, and then
Yeah.
they kind of ruined it with Damian Priest interfering. And then
Yeah.
here they do the same thing with Rhea Ripley. But like, can we see this match without interference once?
Yeah. Yeah. And then they're slowly building this Edge cult, kind of like
Yeah.
his version of the Brood, basically,
I
right?
kind
That's
of
what
like
he.
Edge's heel here, though.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. So
Got
they're
his new
just redoing the
song. It's
Brood.
like it's a new version of him, which is good. It's not he's not like playing the greatest hits. It's like he's kind of like a new evolution, kind of reminds me of what like Jericho is doing, you know? He's not just
Yeah.
like I'm Edge. You remember
No,
me.
exactly.
Kind
And
of like
also,
exactly what fucking Christian is doing.
exactly. And I like where he's putting himself. He's putting himself on a status of just doing good matches. He doesn't care if it's about a title. He
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wants
He's not being like I need another run with the belt.
exactly. He's like, give me somebody that I'm going to be able to make a story and have a good match that people are going to go. That wasn't the main event. That should have been the main event.
Yeah, and that's a great role for Edge. Yeah. So yeah, I hope we see more, but yeah, I think that was disappointing for me. I would say probably disappointing for most people. The main event, 3 versus 3 for a main event. I don't know. It feels like kind of like whatever. It doesn't feel like a real pay-per-view. It feels
Yeah,
like a Raw, honestly.
it does. It did. It felt like people that don't mesh together that are together. For example, it was Orton and Riddle with McIntyre, right?
Yeah, exactly. Orton, Riddle, McIntyre,
Don't go together at all.
and like, okay, you're putting Orton, Riddle in main events. They're a tag team. Apparently, they've planned on breaking them up like almost 10 times or something, and then they're like,
Yeah,
no,
but
we're
the
gonna keep them
people,
together.
yeah,
The
because the
fans
people
love
don't.
them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a good act, popularity wise, but like you can't just like you can't be like, okay, they're popular, so we're gonna make all our main events like for the tag belts now, like or like
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It feels weird. I
The
like the
breakup is
bloodline.
coming soon. The breakup is coming soon, in my opinion.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I I would see that coming because Orton, this guy's got to be a main eventer. He's not gonna do like a 5-year run in a tag team here.
No, he's not. And
Yeah.
besides, anyway, this is the thing that if I was to do it, how I would do it is everybody thinks Orton's going to turn on Riddle. I would have Riddle turn on.
Oh. Yeah, I
Have
don't think
Riddle
anyone would
become
see
the
that
Viper.
coming, honestly.
That would be a way to split. If you're going to split them up and you want to split them up, that's the way you go, in my
A
opinion.
Riddle heel turn. That would be
A
very
Riddle heel.
interesting.
Why
You'd
would
have
you
to
make
put him
Orton?
maybe with
Everybody,
like maybe put him with a manager or I don't know what.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
everybody expects Orton to turn. So
Yeah.
why? Every time he hugs him, every time they win a match and he goes and hugs him, everybody's saying, okay, he's going to RKO him.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's saying, okay, this is where he RKOs. So you can't give in to what they're going to say. So you either have a choice. Either you keep this going forever and ever until people lose complete interest in them because they're just oversaturated of seeing them. Then you can make the heel turn and people will be like, oh, yeah, you finally fucking did it. I was so sick of seeing them together. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to get there. So what do? You wait till it catch everybody off guard. You have fucking Orton hug Riddle, and then you have Riddle turn around and just fucking chop him down. And I mean,
Yeah.
like, beat the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Call him
see,
old
like the
man.
UFC side of Riddle really come
Yeah,
out.
yeah, like that. Yeah, make him come, like, make him snap. You know what I mean? Make him tap out. Call him old man. Say, I'm tired of carrying you. You old
Yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah.
You're done. You're washed up. You know, that's what
Yeah,
you.
that would be something. Yeah, like they're always using them on top. So yeah, something's gotta happen. But yeah, this whole backlash was not the best pay-per-view, that's for sure. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll move on from that on to tonight's edition of Dynamite, which just ended, which was live from Long Island, New York,
Yeah.
which is like a weird crowd. I mean, it's not a weird crowd, but it's a particular crowd for AEW now.
Hey, to
It
New
has its
York.
own personality. And it feels like they're going back there like every 2 months.
Doesn't every part of New York have a different personality? They all have their own personality, every
Yeah,
neighborhood. Like,
indeed,
yeah.
man. Indeed. So yeah, so first match was awesome. An awesome wrestling match between Adam Cole and Dax here
It
in
was.
the Owen Hart tournament. We didn't see any interference, which I was pretty kind of surprised that we didn't
Yeah.
see Red Dragon come out or something. But yeah,
It was good.
solid
It was
match. It went longer than I expected.
yeah, it
That's
did.
not a bad thing, you know.
No, it
Um,
was really good. I think Dax looks really good in this match. They're making Dax really look good. They're really building FTR to be likable because you cannot not like them.
they're so
You
good in the
understand what I'm
ring.
They're
Yeah,
so good you can't like them, and it's like that's what they're doing. They're making it to where people can say, "Oh, they're the best tag team," and then now they're showing you, no, these guys are just fucking good wrestlers.
yeah, really, yeah, yeah. Like his
You know?
match against Cash to qualify, and now this was another awesome, really
Yeah.
awesome match. Adam Cole picks up the win with the sharpshooter, which is cool. I just hope we don't see every match being like some kind of reference to,
To the Hart Foundation. No,
you
exactly.
know. But yeah,
I'm surprised they showed brackets. Did you notice this week they showed brackets?
yeah. Finally, we have some kind of like order to
Logic.
this whole thing.
It's like, oh, now there's brackets, and I was like, okay, so how?
We've
What?
only been
Okay.
talking about this tournament for 2 months already. Now brackets
Yeah.
finally out.
Now brackets. Awesome.
No, it is good. At least we have brackets. So.
Exactly. Now at least we have a little bit of sorry about that, of who against who is gonna go next. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah,
Like before,
exactly.
like matches out of nowhere. You were like, oh, okay, this is a qualifying match. Oh,
Yeah, the
okay.
whole qualifying rounds was a little all over the place for sure.
You
But
know.
yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I think that maybe they'll use this kind of as like their version of the King of the Ring. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like a tournament, a yearly tournament.
Yeah, there should be the Owen Hart Cup
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
dedicated to the best wrestler or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then they have the cup, and then the cup gives you allowed to challenge for whatever title that you seemed that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get any title shot you want. Yeah.
You get any title shots you want,
Yeah, the
So
winner's gonna win some kind of prize. Normally that would make sense for sure.
that would be a perfect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, that
Maybe
would be
Adam
the perfect
Cole
thing.
could win the tournament and then that'll give him another title shot because he just had a title shot. I mean, technically there's a lot of guys who could get ahead of him who should be ahead of him, but what are you going to do with Adam Cole right now? He's in a faction with like all the members fighting each other and he's just like, I'm Adam Cole.
They're not fighting though anymore. The Bucks came
No,
out to
but
the Red Dragon, and now they seem to
I'm
have
pretty sure that they
romance.
will. I mean, they're
I'm
not
just
fighting
waiting
this
for.
week, but
Yeah,
like,
I'm just waiting for Omega to come back. When
yeah,
Omega comes back is when the cards will fall.
with the whole Bullet Club, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when
that's going to
everything
be
falls.
actually really interesting for sure.
And are they
So,
going to bring Don Callis back?
yeah. Yeah, maybe he'll come back with Omega. We haven't seen Don Callis in wrestling quite some time.
No, no, we haven't. The invisible hand has been completely invisible, like his hand.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll have some elaborate reason when he comes back,
Yeah,
and it'll
for
all make
coming
sense.
back. Yeah,
So then our second match of the evening, we had Adam Page come out on commentary. It was Punk in Long Island, where he's hated because he feuded with MJF, who's loved because he's hometown Long Island, taking on John Silver of the Dark Order, who's also of Long Island.
yeah,
So Punk was the heel. I think the fans are more just like playing along,
yeah.
which is
But
fun, but like, you know, that like WWE fans are like the opposite. They're so cynical that like they almost boo anyone that is a babyface these days.
yeah,
Totally
I
different
thought
dynamic between the crowds.
I thought it was cool though.
Yeah, it's
I li-
different, you know.
I like the fact that even heels in AEW, when they go to their hometown, they're the hero.
Yeah, it's
Jim
very much
Cornette
like a
would shoot
sports
me right
team.
now for saying that, but
No, but it's
you
cool. It's like, you know, when the Maple Leafs play in Toronto, people actually cheer for them.
you know what I'm saying? It's yeah, it is what it is though. I mean, Britt Baker, she went back to Pittsburgh. The people loved her. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
MJF in Long Island, CM Punk,
You know,
Chicago. Yeah, they all
Ricky Stark when they were in
New
New Orleans.
Orleans.
You know, so
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
really it's good, and they really are revisiting the same cities like often. So the fans, I'm sure, are really, you know, they're building a solid fan base in these cities.
yeah,
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so then we get a brief Britt Baker interview where basically she's just, you know, going
jibber
down.
jabber.
Yeah, not much really to be said, but you
But hey,
know,
Jamie Hayter, you gotta love Jamie Hayter.
yeah, she basically like gets the spotlight in the faction on this episode. I
To
liked
me,
Britt Baker's vintage Mario Lemieux t-shirt,
yeah. And then she
which
came
there you
out
go.
with
It's like, you know, she's representing her city.
yeah, just to piss off the Islander fans, which I love it because I'm a Penguins fan, so I love that.
Yeah, there you go.
Every moment of that right there felt so good to me because I hate the fucking Islanders with a passion. So that was awesome. Thank you for that. I thank her for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So then next we get a pretty interesting contest. Danhausen making his debut, taking on Tony Nese, who we've only seen around a bit, accompanied by Mark Sterling.
Who's
Nese
also
just
from Long
destroys him.
Island? Isn't he
Oh yeah,
also
right.
from?
Yeah. Also from Long Island, I believe. Yes.
They're all from Long Island. They should start this Long Island faction.
Long Island crew. And
You
then
know,
after the match, Hook comes out. And then so we're gonna see Hook and Danhausen at
team
least
together.
at least once team together. I hope that they don't make it a permanent thing.
No, it's stupid.
Yeah, Danhausen is too ridiculous and Hook is too over. But Hook got one of the biggest reactions of the night when he came out.
Yeah, he did.
Again,
Of course. Of
like
course.
full signs of like 10 people, one letter each, like send, well, 8 people, send Hook, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's when you
over.
know.
So
Yeah, Hook's awesome. I'm really I'm into it. I'm into this whole Hook movement here. I don't know
yeah.
what it is, but the kid's got something for sure.
What is it they called him though? Oh my God, please. They gave him a nickname. It has to come back to me. What did he call him? The dark hearted, the good
Uh
looking.
The cold-blooded handsome devil or something like that.
Yes, it was something like that. Something really retarded like that. And
Way
I
too
was,
long. Like,
yeah, and I was just like, okay, okay, calm down, everybody there. Head, oh, easy, Excalibur. It's the way Excalibur said it too. It was like the handsome devil, cold-hearted warrior. It was like, whoa, okay, guy.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes nicknames are hit or miss.
Yeah, it
I
was.
mean, he's Hook. He doesn't really need a nickname. You're Hook.
No, it's just Hook. Anybody named Hook doesn't need a nickname.
Really? Yeah, I mean, fuck. You ever seen that fucking movie with Robin Williams? So, next we get Wardlow and MJF. This before they have their contract signing, MJF like had some fake Dark Side of the Ring episode produced, like a
That was
mini
awesome.
episode
Yeah,
of Dark Side of the Ring, which
with
I
Chris
thought was
Jericho.
actually going to be an ad for season 3 of Dark Side of the Ring, where I was like, oh shit, I
Yeah, me
actually do
too.
want to know what's going to be on that.
Me too. I was like, oh, so they are doing it, and they had Jericho being the
Yeah, it's
narrator.
really, yeah, they swerved us good there.
It was good, and it had to have Barry Horowitz.
Yeah, they had some good cameos. Barry Horowitz was an awesome cameo, definitely. Yeah,
Barry Horowitz, man, who
Taz was
looked
randomly in it.
Barry Horowitz, who looks great, by the way. He looks awesome.
Yeah, and he
Like,
called Lee Marshall a jobber,
yeah,
which I mean, it's Barry Horowitz. Are you can't take offense to that? I'm sure.
no, he's the king.
Johnson
He's
is
the
fine.
king of jobbers, man. Come on.
I mean,
He's
as far as AEW goes,
Isn't he the only jobber from the WWE days? The only guy that used to get beat up every Saturday morning that actually became a
an actual
contracted
wrestler.
star. Yeah, you know?
I mean, Gilbert, but like,
I mean, there's been a few, but he was the first, I
oh
think.
yeah. No, for sure. Barry Horowitz, he had a following even before he was in WWE, like in the territory days. He wrestled in Memphis and Florida under the name Jack Hart, and he was actually pretty decently over. At one point, he was managed by Paul Heyman. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, yes, I remember him.
Yeah,
Yes,
in
that's how they
Memphis.
say his name, Jack Hartz. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. But he was kind of like a lovable loser, but then he would win. Like that was always like his gimmick in the territories. He'd lose,
Yeah.
but then he would win.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's it. He was that guy that you always cheered for, but he got his ass kicked every week. And then he would get that one Cinderella win a month, and you'd fucking love him again. You'd be like, "We love you, Jack. Yeah, you keep at it, bro."
that's it. And he kind of always continued to that into his career here.